Hello, Hurricane fans. Welcome back to those of you watching us on GSW-Canes.com or those of you that have tuned into our YouTube channel, GSW Athletics. We're joined here this afternoon by the head baseball coach of the Hurricanes, Coach Brian McLain. Coach, thanks for a few minutes here on the eve of opening day 2011. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it.
Before we jump into all the excitement of 2011, maybe those that haven't had a chance to follow the Hurricanes wanted to just touch briefly on kind of what ended up being a magical run for GSW at the end of last year to basically conclude what turned out to be a very strong season for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes made a nice run in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament, got all the way to the championship game, held the lead through a good chunk of the championship, but unfortunately fell at the end to a ranked Columbus State team. Runners-up in the Peach Belt Conference, first time that had happened in GSW NCAA era history. So congratulations. As part of that, a lot of seniors on that team. Lost a lot of leadership in that respect, but a lot of excitement surrounding 2011. Real quick, Coach, can you just kind of talk about what it was like to go through the run last year, and then maybe a look at 2011 and all the excitement surrounding the newcomers as well as some of the guys that have come back?
Well, obviously it was an exciting time for us last year. Having gone through and suffered through some of those previous 3 years and all those losses that we had to go through, and so it was fun to get to be on the other end of it for a while. Outstanding group of young men that I was blessed having with last year on the baseball team, as you said. A lot of seniors. So a lot of them had been with me through this whole initial start into the NCAA. So really all they had seen had been disappointment. So it was good to see them have some success last year with the season. I was so proud of the way they played, and I told somebody, there was, even though we come up on the short end, I know those guys gave me everything they had that night against Columbus State, and it just wasn't meant to be. But just like I said, so proud of the way they handled themselves and getting us started going into this year, and obviously. Having all those seniors mean that you got to replace those guys, and so we got a lot of new faces on the team this year. I think we brought in 9 or 10 junior college or transfers, and then 9 or 10 freshmen. So we got about 20 new kids here on the team, and so it's been a little bit of an adjustment for me getting used to them, and so we had a little different fall practice. It was a little different. In terms of having to introduce our system to so many different guys, but these guys have really picked up on things quickly, and I think the fact that they're good baseball players, it's made the transition a little easier, and that's also something that goes back to last year's team. When you win games, it makes it a little easier to recruit, and so I think we've kind of reaped the rewards of that year a little bit here with this new group we've got.
Great. That kind of touched on what I was going to ask next. Did you feel that what happened last year has definitely carried over? It seems just around the office and around the department that there's still that energy, that buzz of how well things went last year. Do you feel that the new guys have picked up on that? I know you already said it helped with the recruiting. Do you feel that confidence that hey, we can do this again, that is there already here before the season even starts?
Absolutely. I think we've had an expectation of even going back to 2007, our first year. From my standpoint, our philosophy is to be a winning program, and that has steadily built itself as we've gone through the years, and we've shown improvement every year, and now we're starting to get into some of the territory where we think we ought to be year in, year out. We still got a lot of work to do. Don't get me wrong. We've still got a long ways to go to catch up with some of these outstanding programs in our conference. But I like the direction that we're in, and I'm excited about this 2011 team.
Great. Lots of already kind of touched on the newcomers. Lots of newcomers. Lots of new faces. But go back and let's take a look at who we have coming back, because there's some good talent there. We've already got our first award of the year, if you will, a Peach Belt Conference honoree. Bo Parker, our second baseman, was named Peach Belt Conference, preseason all-conference selection for Bo Parker. Catcher Pascal Poston, pitcher Jody Sellers. We got Zach Whitman coming back from a year off. So on the newcomers, or excuse me, on your returnees, any thoughts there that you can share on some of those guys that I just mentioned?
Yeah, well, we're fortunate that we got those guys coming back, that's for sure. Bo Parker, just an unbelievable end of the year he had last year and really started to blossom as a player. A lot of people don't know Bo Parker came in as a walk-on a couple years ago, has just continued to work and get better. Was playing behind a senior last year at second base, and stayed diligent, and finally kind of just when he got his opportunities would take advantage of it. And I told the coaching staff, I said, I just can't keep him off the field. So we started playing him every day, and he responded, and was an all-conference tournament selection last year. I think he hit 700 in the conference tournament last year. So we're definitely excited he's back. Jody Sellers is just an outstanding young man. I was speaking at the Kiwanis Club earlier in the month here, and one of the comments I said, Jody might be one of the most competitive young men that I have ever been around. He doesn't like to lose. He's going to try to find a way to beat you. He doesn't have the best stuff as a pitcher, but he's just there at the end, and he's battling, and so we're definitely glad to have him. Zach Whitman, you mentioned, was a second team all conference 2 years ago. Had some academic issues. He's corrected those and got himself back on track, and so you're always all conference players, you're always glad to have those back part of your team. Jared Allen's another senior we got coming back. Been here, been a 4-year player for us. Again, just outstanding young man, on track to graduate, and so those guys help with the transition process, and so we felt comfortable with what we had coming back, that we could make it a smooth transition.
Great, yeah, and I forget to mention, and I know there's other seniors on the team. We won't, for time's sake, touch on all of them, but I mean, you get Corey Hawes coming out of the pen with a 2+ ERA as well. So pitching, definitely some pitching depth. I know you obviously had to bring in some pitching as well. Looking to replace our hitters and our seniors that have left. Good things hopefully in store for the Hurricanes for 2011. Tomorrow, February 2nd, Tuesday, weather permitting, Valdosta State comes to town, and it's the home opener in 2011 for the Hurricanes. So if you have a chance to come out, the game starts at 5 p.m. Again, weather permitting, just stay tuned to GSW-Canes.com. We'll post any kind of change that there might be into the schedule if necessary. Then the Hurricanes are actually on the road for 3 days, heading down to Miami before they're back on February 11th to take on West Alabama in what will actually be a 4-game, 3-day series. So you can always follow the Canes online. That's probably your best way to go about it. GSW-Canes.com, just click on the baseball tab, and you can keep up with the Canes and the stats and wins, losses, and all that good stuff right there. So, Coach, best of luck in the home opener. Best of luck in 2011. Thanks for being with us today, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you, Keith.